Well, hey everyone, welcome to Leave Hustle Behind. This is our weekly time to hang out on Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific, where we leave hustle behind for just a little bit. We're talking all things about ease and law of attraction and how to jump off the hustle train and really figuring out a way to live where it doesn't feel like we're in a constant state of hustling and effort and struggle and stress. So today I was going to be talking to you about your future self, which I was pretty excited about. And I think that we're just going to push that to next week because I have a subject that I have been thinking about a ton and shared with some people earlier this week. And we were all just really jazzed about it. So I wanted to share it with you today. And I'd love to know what you think. So this all started just this past weekend when my husband and I went out on a date. We're driving through this neighborhood that we don't go through very often. And since the last time that we had driven through that area, there was this house that they had been working on, and now it looks like it was complete. And this house was magnificent. It looked like it was ready for the cover of Architectural Digest, just incredible. And I almost wanted to pull the car over because I was just such in awe of the beauty of this house and the design and the creativity. And it just was so unique, and then had this incredible landscape around it. And I could just go on and on and on. This house was magnificent. And as I was, peeling over, trying to take a look at this house, I said to my husband, I was like, I wonder what these people do that they created this house like this. And immediately I stopped dead in my tracks and said, that is the wrong question to be asking. The question that I should really be asking is, I wonder how these people feel. I wonder how they vibrate. I wonder about their energy. And what I mean by that is like every part of us is energy. Our thoughts are energy. Our being is energy. And then we attract that back to us. So what is their energy like? What are their thoughts like? And I just became so curious of what might their thoughts be? What might their feelings be? How might they feel about prosperity? How might their energy be around the ability to come up with an idea and then put it into creation? That they could perhaps create whatever they want, or that maybe making this exquisite house is easy. I don't know. But it was fun to suddenly be able to shift the energy from, I wonder what they do, to I wonder how they feel. I wonder how they vibrate. I wonder about their energy. And then the cool thing is that all of a sudden it felt like there was no real difference between me and them. Because if I ask the question, I wonder what they do, and then it turns out that they're a famous architect, for instance, and I'm not, that then suddenly that kicks my mind into a place of thinking they're different than me. But if I'm focused on, I wonder how they feel, I wonder how they vibrate, I wonder how they think about prosperity, I wonder how they feel about prosperity, I wonder how they feel about their own ability to create, then it feels like, ooh, I can get that. I can be just like them. There's no difference between me and them. And that's the way it is for all of us. That if we notice the questions that we are asking about things and whether or not it is moving us to a place of us being aligned with what we want, or in this same feeling space of what we desire, that then when we look at someone else who has that and we wonder, how did they get there? Well, then the question, if we shift it to, I wonder how they feel about where they're at, I wonder how they feel about what they do, that then we can connect with that and feel closer to being able to create that for ourselves. So similarly, this came up when I was talking to somebody about time. And we were talking about people who are able to do so many different things. They create 3 businesses, and then they also start a nonprofit, and they're able to do all this stuff. And the question of how do they have the time to do all of that stuff? Again, it's the wrong question to be asking. What if we instead ask, I wonder how they feel about time? I wonder how they feel about their ability to create whatever they want with the time that they have, for instance. Or I wonder how they feel about having multiple projects all at the same time. I wonder how they vibrate. I wonder about their energy. And then that question can be one where we become in tuned with that which we desire, and that it isn't this focus on action and doing and what is it that people are doing, but instead a focus on, I wonder what they're feeling. So what I suggest is notice the questions that you are asking yourself. And this could be anything from, I wonder what they do, shifting that as we have. I wonder how they find the time, shifting that. Or even if you notice somebody like at the gym who has a body that you would want to have, I wonder how they did that. Shift your questions. Shift it around to, I wonder how they feel. I wonder how it would feel for me. I wonder how they vibrate. I wonder what that feels like within me. I wonder what that energy is like. Do I know that energy? So that you can make a shift from focusing on doing and action and time and things that might be limited or out of reach or anything along those lines to feeling and energy and what's on the inside. It's almost, to put it really simply, it's like making a shift from asking questions that are focused on the external world or our outside world, and shifting the questions so that we are focusing them on our internal world and how we are really feeling about our engagement with the world from our internal feeling, thinking, energetic perspective. So this would be my invitation for you, is to notice the questions that you are asking and see if you are focusing on the external world, external in terms of action and time and things like that, and then shifting them to your internal world and seeing if that makes a difference for you. I know for me and for the people that I've shared this with, it's made a big difference from asking those questions to focusing on the internal, and suddenly just this feeling of like, oh yes, that's the place where I can play in that arena too. I get it now. It's not a separation between what I do and what they do. No, it's a feeling thing. It's an energetic thing. So I'd really love to know how this resonates with you, because I've been super jazzed about it and talking to people about it and just wanting to hear what other people think. And also when you put it into practice, how is it working for you? So tell me, put it in the comments. If it's not making sense, that's okay too. You are more than welcome to ask questions in the comments, and I will be happy to answer your questions there. So I'll be coming back around and checking all of the comments. So just go ahead and post anything there, and then I'll answer any of your questions or cheer you on with how it may be positively impacting you. And then, like I said, I was going to be coming today to talk about your future self, continuing that conversation, but I was just so jazzed about this that I wanted to change course a little bit. So come join me again next week. We are doing this Leave Hustle Behind conversation every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific. So you can just add it to your calendar, or I'll also be sending out reminders in my weekly newsletter. If you don't get that, you are more than welcome to sign up for that too. I have a link in the comment that is actually for a free program that I've got going on right now. So I'm doing this free workshop where I teach you my formula for ease. So you can sign up for that and get a 3-part video series. And then in addition to that, I just let you know of things that I have going on, conversations, and I also share tools in my newsletter as well. But definitely check out that video series that I did just to see. If you don't know the formula for ease yet, you'll want to check it out. Okay, I can't wait to read your comments and to answer any of your questions that you have and just keep this conversation going. Because like I said, I'm super jazzed about switching that question and then even seeing in what other areas we can be asking questions that will be pointing us in the direction that we want to go, rather than asking questions that may be pointing us in the direction that doesn't feel good. So I hope to hear from you in the comments, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye guys.